Hello and welcome back to New Wave Hockey. I'm your host, Link Dansevich, and today we have yet another prospect of the week. And this week, it's Jackson Smith, a defenseman from Tri-City in the WHL. I have been so excited to talk about this guy. He has been absolutely incredible for Tri-City this year and looks like a top 10 pick, legitimately, in this draft. I wasn't the biggest fan of him to begin the year, but he has just made me fall in love with this game with every single game. I've clocked about 15 games of this guy. I really see the vision. I see it. He's the second best defenseman in this class, in my opinion, and honestly, I can't wait to show you guys why. But before we get into that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Maybe check out my X account at Link Dansevich, and also maybe take a look at newwavehockey.com. I post an article there every single time that I post a video. You should go check it out. It goes into way more depth than I ever could in a video. I would really appreciate it. Now back to Jackson Smith. He's from Calgary, Alberta. He was the second overall pick in the 2022 WHL draft. I'm a huge fan of his game. I can't wait to talk all about it. He's a legit physical two-way defenseman, and he's added an offensive component to his game that really wasn't there last year. I've been shocked. I've really been shocked because he's come out of the gate really strong on the offensive side of the puck. He's a little bit raw, but he is a freak athlete. 6'3", 190 pounds. Let's get into the traits. As you all know, skating, shot, stick handling, passing and IQ, and competing defensive ability. Let's talk about the skating first. What a great way to start off his bio than with his skating. He is an absolute true to form power skater in every sense of the word. So much speed. Oh my goodness, he has blistering speed. One of the best skaters in the entire draft. I'm going to make a claim here. Jackson Smith is the best skating defenseman in this entire class. Yes, better than Matthew Schaefer. I'm serious. He's absolutely incredible. You do not want to be in the way of this guy when he is at full go. He looks like a bullet train. He's also built like one too. His stride is nearly perfect. He gets a great extension on his skating stride. I'm a big fan of it. And you know what's even better? He has a really excellent set of edges on him. He has great edge work. He's really solid in the forward mobility, and his start-stop ability is really second to none among all defensemen in this draft. His speed has really made him an offensive threat overnight because he's about to break his point total from last year, and it's not even January yet. That's really solid. In terms of skating, I see him in another light, not exactly like Zane Parekh last year, but to another physical, speedy WHL defenseman, Carter Yakimchuk. They're also built very similarly too, and I'm hoping that he can build on the speed and improve his offense more and more. And right now, Smith is showing those strides. He's been excellent for Tri-City. Let's move on to the shot. Now, this is where it gets kind of surprising. For whatever reason, him being a physical freak, 6'3", 190 pounds, I've said it like 4 times this video, he has an average to below average shot, which is not bad. He is an accurate shooter by all means. He really gets him on net, low, blocker side for rebounds. What more could you want? He has a weaker wrist shot, and it kind of stems from how he holds the stick. He's a little stiff when he holds the stick, and it does prevent him from getting more power on a shot. Hopefully he can get more muscle, more body mass on him to get more power on that shot. But some of the silver lining in his shooting ability is his ability to make it impossible for goaltenders to guess where and when he's going to shoot the puck. You don't know if he's going to pass it off, shoot it, drive to the net. He is excellent at masking what he's about to do with his stick. And of course, I'm going to go more over that in his stick handling and his passing vision and IQ sections. But to round it all up, the shot's okay. It could be a lot better. A shot is something that he will definitely need to be working on, but he has shown improvement from last year. So that's all I'll say for now. Moving on to the stick handling. Again, he does an excellent job of creating space, but with his skating. And the stick handling's not bad, not incredible. Okay? He's not like a Matthew Schaefer where that's one of the bases of his game. It's one of the reasons why I pulled him back, and he's not even close to Matthew Schaefer right now. But Jackson Smith, again, like I said, very stiff when he handles the puck. It's very deceptive. He's an incredibly deceptive player. He masks it perfectly where he's about to go, who he's about to pass it off to. If he's about to shoot, you'll never know by the way he stick handles the puck. He's just a very creative defenseman with his skates, but he adds a little bit of that creative component in his average to, a little bit above average hands. Another really solid component that is adding to his developing offensive game. Moving on to his passing vision and his IQ. Jackson Smith is a pretty solid distributor from the blue line. Nothing tremendously special. 21 assists. That's the basis of why he's been so good this year. He's been putting up those points. That offensive component is there. It's from his skating. He's able to skate the puck really well. If anything, he's kind of a play driver himself. He will pass it off, sure, and he makes those plays look great. I'm a big fan of what he does with the puck and some of the passes that he makes, but he doesn't do it consistently enough for me to say that he's going to be one of the better passers in the NHL, because I really don't see that. He's a different style of defenseman where he can do most of the work by himself, and that's really talented. Sometimes there are lapses in judgment, especially with the pass, and he'll, cause breakaways the other way with missed passes and interceptions, but overall, it looks strong. He's a pretty intelligent player, and he knows where the reads are going to go, but he'll just take them himself and run with it. He needs to unlock that passing component in his game, then he'll be absolutely unstoppable. In terms of the rest of his IQ, his transition game is tremendous. He knows how to fake out defenders by himself. With the puck on a stick, he is one of the smartest defensemen in the class. With the puck off his stick, still very, very solid. I need to see more passing. I want to see those smart reads that he does make more consistently. So the flashes are there. Again, very, very raw product, but he looks solid. Let's move on to the compete and the defensive ability. To say that this guy competes is an understatement. Of course. How would you know that this guy is such a good skater if he wasn't such a workhorse? You will never see this guy take shifts off. He's routinely a nuisance to play against. His motor is really just ever present whenever you're going against him. You don't want to be in this guy's way. You don't want to be along the boards with the puck with this guy around you. You don't want to be in front of the net when this guy is in the defensive zone. He will push you out. He will rub you against the boards. He will be very effective. There's a potential to reach. There's a game that I can see in the distance. I can see the potential. I can see it. But physically, he's not the defenseman he can be yet, which should excite you because that should show you that he has so much more to grow. With the stick checking, he is already excellent. One of the best defensemen in terms of spatial awareness. He knows how to keep opponents away from him. Stick checking, poke checking, you don't want to be near this guy. You do not want to try dangles near him. He is absolutely incredible, remarkable, and he will stop a rush almost by himself. He's a very aggressive player. He works hard in the defensive zone, but the fine tuning will come. This guy's just a little green. You have to develop him, but he looks really solid so far. Now, to conclude, Jackson Smith really has the world on his shoulders. He's going to be a guy that every single month from now, elite prospects, Bob McKenzie, Craig Button, Sam Cosentino are all going to talk about this guy and the potential, the future, because he is a defenseman that I could see maybe growing another inch, adding like 20 more pounds and becoming so much more physical, so much more of a IQ-driven offensive driver and a much better passer. The sky's really the limit because I can see the potential with every single trait getting better, and someone's going to value that really high in June. I have him ranked at my 10th spot right now, but he could easily go into the top 5 if a general manager values a defenseman that high. I could totally see it. That is why I'm so excited to see the rest of Jackson Smith's year. He's going to be an excellent defenseman on the top pairing, hopefully. If he's not on the top pairing, second pairing at least. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this prospect video, and I hope you were convinced, like I was, that Jackson Smith is really the real deal. Like I said before, go check me out on X at LinkDanSavage and at newwavehockey.com to see my new article that I posted with this video. And as always, for New Wave Hockey, I'm LinkDanSavage, signing off.